Hey guys, Prakash here again. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for your continued support. I see a lot of my YouTube videos are getting a lot of high hits nowadays, so I thank you for that. Well, this question was raised by Adam. Adam, this is for you. Basically, Adam wanted to know what happens when Ketu is in Pisces and it happens to be the 11th house. Now, as I mentioned on the previous video, Ketu in Pisces creates two problems. One is identity. Second is lack of trust, prejudice, natural prejudice over people. Now, if it's the 11th house, now let's understand what is the 11th house. The 11th house is called a Labha Bhava. Labha means gains. Gains, when we talk about gains, the first thing that comes to our mind is money, right? Money or some kind of a monetary value associated with it. The fact is, the very essence of the 11th house is what do we collect, what do we gather, what do we accumulate in a very abstractual way, right? Now, besides money, what do you think we can gain? We can go ahead and pause the video and think for yourself, what can you gain besides money? Now, first thing is friendship. Okay, something that you can gain. You can gain trust. You can gain confidence. You can gain status, your name and fame, just to name a few. So these are the things that you can truly gain in its connotations. The labha means, this is what it means. What do we accumulate? What do we gather? Which brings us towards, in a more dharmic lifestyle. Not just money. And money is one part of it, but it's not the whole thing. There are various facets. As I mentioned, gain must be looked at in a very virtuous aspect, right? So as I said, friendship, trust, name and fame, confidence, and those sort of things, right? So having Ketu, as I mentioned, in Pisces itself has a problem with trust. So being in the 11th house, it just makes things that much worse. Okay, you may not when you communicate with someone, that element of trust won't be there. It is very, very, very important to trust people. Now, this may sound a very counterintuitive, not so smart thing to say, but the truth is such, we should practice this. Trusting someone is very important. That's where relationship starts to build. Now, you don't get confused. It's not being a fool or to just simply blindly believing things. That's not the point. Trust is the very foundation of a relationship, but one has to be vigilant on who and what sort of information the other person is trying to convey. Okay, that is where where you can be vigilant and cautious. But again, as I mentioned, when you speak to someone or when you communicate with maybe one person or a group of people, that element of trust must be secured prior to anything. Without trust, the communication, the relationship will be just I would say fake. It doesn't have quality to it. Even to your family members, trust them. You'll be surprised how beautifully your life will transform when you just do this one thing. Just trust a person, but not blindly. As I mentioned, be vigilant, be smart, be cautious in what are the things that are being conveyed. But the very essence of a relationship is again trust. Okay, so Ketu in Pisces in the 11th diminishes totally this trust. So which means one may have problems in relationships, not just their family members, but the outside circles, friends, colleagues, public friend circles. What else? Who else? Anybody, your neighbor, whoever it is that you come in contact with, may not find you that amiable. Okay, but deep inside your heart, you are a very nice, very kind, very the Pisces people are very, very amiable, very friendly. But then there will be this element of is this person for real, or is there something fake going on there? So in the 11th particularly, that's what happens. Your friends may keep some distance. You may notice that this sense of aloofness is strong within your circles of friends. You notice sometimes they may not call you, sometimes they may plan something without you being informed, those sort of things. But now you know why. It's because when you communicate, you do not really trust the person. Okay, so if you can, try to see if next time in your communication with them, try to see. Try to be conscious about it when you talk. See where is actually the part when you feel that you don't trust the person. You can really sift out that communication and see where exactly you're making the mistakes. From there you can learn. All right. As I mentioned earlier, trust with all your heart, but be vigilant and cautious. That's all. Okay. So my take is that having Ketu in Pisces in the 11th causes many problems in terms of relationship, not just friendship, because the ability to gain trust is not there. It also loses the ability to be confident, because everything would be a question mark for you. Right? Right, prior to do something, there's always some negative associations already happening before actually even starting an endeavor, and that creates a lot of confidence problem, because every time when you want to do something, every time when you meet someone, the first thing that comes up to you is some negative notion about that person or the event that's going to happen or the thing that you're going to do. So in due time, this habit will make a person very down, very even in a state of melancholy. So it reduces confidence in a person. Okay, so to solve this problem, it's very easy. Start with trusting somebody. Trust. Don't really think too much about the person. Don't really plan ahead. Don't think strategies or tactics or whatever. Don't have that. Be open about things. You'll be surprised to see how beautifully your life will bloom after that. Okay, I hope this video makes sense. But if it's confusing or somewhat, if you couldn't understand what I'm trying to say, just let me know in the comment section and I will reply back to you. So Adam, thanks for this question. Thank you. And namaste to all of you.